Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior.
Holy, holy.
There are many who claim to be a Nigerian based on the following three areas. 1, that they were born in Nigeria. 2, that their parents were from Nigeria. 3, that their forefathers were from Nigeria. In the first group, those being born in Nigeria, whether they were born before 1960, would that make them pre-Nigerians? Or were they stateless citizens, orphans of the Niger Area Company? Their status signifies the legacy of lies and deceit from the colonial era, where the true identity of people and nations was nearly scrapped from the memories of men. But luckily, today, it is reclaimed by Biafrans. In the second group, those believing their parents were from Nigeria. Perhaps so. Perhaps as a geographic area created by those looking nothing like their parents. Among this group, many of the parents agreeing that almost overnight they went from being someone's captives to being something's citizens, merely by a grant, merely by being allowed as a teacher allows their student to go and play, or to the toilet, or to go home. And as such, being granted independence, there remains the general subservient mindset in all things related to that very entity granting it. In the third group, those believing their forefathers were somehow Nigerian, it brings us to the main purpose of this video, which of course is a society that is mirrorless, reflecting not on who collectively they were, are, or could be, but existing in a patched up awareness and fabricated national identity that is far, far away from their ancestors. Of course, our ancestors were not and never Nigerians, with many of them resisting in full capacity the coming of Oyibo. These ancestors enjoyed more peace in their time than what the Niger area has offered since 1960, with the deaths of millions of able-bodied people. Today, we look into that mirror and see for ourselves what type of reflection we see. Looking into the Niger area mirror, some hope to see Niger area as the giant of Africa, Africa's big black hope, Africa's largest economy. Instead, the World Poverty Clock ranks Nigeria top in people living in extreme poverty, along with similar reports from the World Bank, CNN, and IMF. Looking into the Niger area mirror, some hope to see Niger area as a nation in peace, with abundant security and harmony. Instead, the 2018 Global Terrorism Index ranked Nigeria as the third dangerous country and home of terrorism. Currently, there remains Boko Haram, ISWA, ISIS, Fulani herdsmen, and Islamic movement in Nigeria, all with their own philosophy and following. Furthermore, the former colonial masters have stated on their website about their creation the following. Looking into the Niger area mirror, some hope to see perhaps a consistent drive towards gender equality and opportunity. However, a UN report stated there were over 5.5 million Niger area girls out of school. Furthermore, a newspaper article from The Guardian reports from a Nigerian writer how almost 1 in 4 women are victims of abuse. Looking into the Niger area mirror, some hope to see a country that lives by its laws, or rather, was law-abiding. However, we see a lawless society where armed security personnel invade courts, arrest and rearrest people without due process, and hold its so-called citizens behind bars for months on end without trial, along with a Chief Justice who is unable to provide their educational qualifications. Looking into the Niger area mirror, some would hope to see a robust legislature with stellar budgets and laws that impact its citizens. But instead, we see a reflection of one of the highest paid parliaments in the world, with an average of nearly $500,000 each, despite its average citizen averaging less than $2 a day in wages. We see a reflection of bills that will make mere speech possibly punishment by death, including a vague definition of a government version of hate speech as a crime. Looking into the Niger area mirror, some would say, even in entertainment, such as football or soccer, the Niger area leading the way in Africa, but perhaps only in the preference and diligent payment of foreign coaches to that of domestic ones, even if the domestic coaches made personal sacrifices to the development of the sport in their so-called country. Looking into the Niger area mirror, we see the celebration of mothers giving birth, or rather, children being born, in ceremonies called baby dedications, as well as naming ceremonies, with countless names from ancestral languages showered upon the child. Yet, their false and dishonest identity and label as a Nigerian is still stamped upon their conscience by the same set of people celebrating such occasions, leading to an identity disconnect of their child from their forefathers. Believing in Biafra means for us many things, one of them being having the ability to look directly into the Niger area mirror and accept the reflection for what it is. Seeing ourselves for what and who we truly are and can be. We see ourselves as an ancient people with current capacity, endowment, adoration for freedom for all that desire it. If, as individuals or private companies, we can float airlines that can fly to rescue abandoned people in other places, motorized vehicles that can provide vigorous security and defense from terrorism, private medical buildings more modern than those designed by Niger area ministries, then surely a Biafran state would showcase and reflect the exceptionality of Black people in this world. Biafra reclaims our heritage that is hidden by the Niger area, harvests our talents, often wasted by the Niger area, and furnishes faith that indigenous Africans, instead of invented Africans, can triumph, can do wonders, in peace, in accountability, in unity, those from the same value system, same culture, same homeland. Have you looked into the mirror lately? Can you see and accept the reflection? You decide. We shall continue.